Okay, we just got out of watching Shazam, and did you like it?
Yes,
You did like it? This is how I got iMovie, so I can transition to my full review. Ew, you're spreading water all over me.
Oh my god, are you afraid of water? Are you gonna melt?
No, I'm... Okay. Okay, I liked it too. I mean, there were some things that were wrong with it, but
kind of
like...
cringy.
Oh yeah, no, there are total cringy moments. And I felt like the climax was too long as well.
The movie was too long.
The movie was too long, to be honest. It didn't need to be as long as it was.
Oh my god.
You liked it, I can
He's
tell.
a family.
He is a family.
Wait, that's a spoiler. Can I say
No,
that?
this is a spoiler review. You're all good.
Yeah, you gotta put a disclaimer.
But anyway, I'll see you. All right, we're back. So. Okay, no, we're doing that again. Okay. All right. No one's yelling. Okay, we're good. All right. So we saw Shazam.
Oh, it's such a happy movie.
You were so happy. So like, I actually low-key kind of liked it.
I liked it too.
I thought it was way better than Captain Marvel. Like, I thought that. I think I already said this to you in the car, but it seemed like there wasn't as much money put into it as like Captain Marvel. Like Captain Marvel, like the effects seemed like cooler. But I thought this movie was way better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Captain Marvel's plot was a little slow for me. There's no punching.
Yeah, I mean this one.
Not gonna lie.
The only like it did feel long, but like it's 2 hours, which is I feel like it's too long for a movie. And the thing is, like the climax, like by the time they get in the cave, I'm already ready for like a final fight. So I'm kind of like, can we get this thing moving? You know?
Yeah.
I don't have to go through all the carnival thing. And I mean, like it was all like cool. But, like, you didn't need to do it, like, quite so much. I did like that he was Envy, though. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that made sense.
That did make sense. Which I tried to, like, notice which, like, all the 7 deadly sins were. I couldn't figure it out because, you know, they weren't that obvious.
Gluttony was obvious.
Gluttony was obvious. I got,
Wait, is that rude to say? Can I say that?
Gluttony, yeah.
Can I say that?
Why?
Because he was fat.
Well, that was the whole point, right?
Is that
That's what gluttony is.
But can I say that?
Yeah.
I don't want to offend anyone.
I don't know. Yeah, no, he was, like, this big, giant bulb. And, I mean, greed was obvious because they like told us who it was. But, like, I mean, the other deadly sins, like, they weren't clearly, like,
Yeah, they were just a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But this man, he was creepy. He killed 10 people in, like, 2 minutes. Excuse me.
I know. That scene legit. Okay, so... It terrified me. I was...
Look at the notification.
Am I getting a notification? Oh, my... Aww. My dad just subscribed to my YouTube channel. That's kind of sweet.
Oh, my
He's
God.
my 50th subscriber. So...
Yeah.
He was legit, like, terrifying. I was like, oh my god, would I sign myself? Because I hate horror. Like, anything remotely scary gives me
So
freaking
funny.
nightmares. So I was like, oh my god. He's terrifying. They toned him down a little bit because the movie got, like, funnier.
Oh, God. My eye. Okay, keep talking.
Because, like, the movie got funnier, so he, like, had to be toned down because you can't have, like, a really... Although I felt the climax tonally was a little weird because the villain was way scarier than, like, he should be for, like, a movie. Because, like, there wasn't tension in the sense that you thought that Billy was actually going to die. Because, like, the movie did... Like, he was still joking around in the thing. But, like, the villain is, like, terrifying. So you feel like you're supposed to think he's going to die, but you're like... But
That wouldn't make sense for the movie.
I mean, like, the movie's hilarious, and he's still making jokes.
Like, what's supposed to be happening?
Right, that was a little weird. He did have, like, flaws. Like, he was flawed, which I thought.
The thing is, I felt bad for... At first, I was like, oh, my God. Disclaimer, spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure Tay's going to put that at the beginning. But I was like, oh, my God. His father is so rude to him. And his brother... Oh, my God. Do not get me started with his brother. And then I was like, oh, crap. This guy's crazy. Never mind.
No, I've seen, like, the trailers and stuff, so I knew he wasn't Shazam. So I was like, oh, well, if you're not going to introduce Shazam, you have to introduce the villain. Because you can't introduce, like, a supporting character before the main character. And I was like... But, like, the thing is, I feel like that's such a weird choice. Because the only other movies... I don't know if this is, like... Or the only other movies I've seen it in are The Dark Knight and Infinity Wars. And both of those things sort of hinge on the villain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dark Knight, you introduce the Joker first. But, like, the Joker is what people remember from that movie.
Yeah.
And Thanos is what people remember from Infinity War. Like,
that purple grape.
I don't think that this villain was important enough. The only reason, like, I think he was introduced first is because it made more, like, you couldn't really work him in anywhere else, so they just did it.
Yeah, I was like, sure.
Right. Well, I mean, it was fine, but I was like, it was weird. I was like, why am I watching, because you want to be introduced to your main character first.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, watching this, I'm like, this is my...
But I was like, Asher Angel, he stopped his game from Disney to, was that Sony? Wait,
Sony, yeah.
Yes, I mean, I was like,
Oh no, Tony didn't make it. What's it? Warner Bros.
oh, okay.
This is definitely not Marvel, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I was like, yes.
Yeah. No, yeah. And I thought he did a good job, to be
Yeah.
fair. It was cool. Like, the kid, like, they actually acted like how I would imagine I'd be like if I had powers. I'd be like, yes! Wait, what do I do?
Oh, but the kid was like at the beginning.
I like how he's like, I don't know how to fly. What? He falls.
I lived for that part. Oh my god, Darla. You guys, oh my god, guys.
She was
I
cute.
love that.
Whew. I like how he, like, you see him, like, grow, too, and, like, how he realizes, like, everything he thought wasn't what he wanted. I think they learn from, like, Wonder Woman, because you remember in Wonder Woman, like, they bring her up as, like, her ideology's flawed, but then it's not flawed. Like, they make it seem like it's flawed, and, like, man is still bad, but then it's not.
I have not
At the end.
seen.
That's the thing. But I was thinking, they're gonna be like, this is all, because he, like, is like, all I need is this, or whatever, and I'm like, and like the movie sets it up as that's wrong, and then they find her, so I'm like thinking, he's gonna go meet her and then like be happy or whatever and be with his family, and I was like, that's dumb. But then they didn't, so then I was like, okay, this at least makes like thematic sense. What else? I was gonna say something. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say?
The mother. Oh my gosh.
No, it wasn't about the
It
mother.
wasn't about the mother.
No. You can talk about the mother if you want. Go ahead.
Okay, his foster mother, amazing. Oh my gosh, she had such patience. What a saint. His real mother, I understand she was young, but you just let your kid go. I was sad. He was like, I saw you. And I was like, you saw him? Why didn't you get your son? Triggered at so many levels. Okay, yeah, that's all I had to say. Do not leave your kids. Okay.
I legit can't remember what I was gonna say, but there's something else I kind of want to talk. Oh, I remember now. Okay. So, the thing I also liked about the villain was I'm noticing this more in movies now. I don't know. I guess I could become a better critic doing YouTube sort
I'm
of
so
things.
proud of you.
Thank you. Was they have this line sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I see it. He is like a foil for him in the sense that he's like, because he says like, when he has the power, the Shazam has the power, and he's like, yo, you could have, you think that if you get this, you'll be happy and like everything will be great. So I'm thinking that's what he's like, he didn't say like, I know and it doesn't, but like that's what you get, because like he just met with his mother and he's like, that's what I wanted for like forever, and I realized that having it didn't make me full.
Yeah. Oh my god. But when he called his, oh my god, at the beginning part, this poor Darla, she's super supportive. She loves her entire family. And yeah, she made him a poster. And then on the first day of school, she was like, oh my god, and gave him a hug. And he's like, something about not being his real family. And I was like, oh my god, you broke this little girl's heart. Oh my god, I'm an emotional person when it comes to movies. In real life,
yeah, it is so weird sitting next to her. She's like, ah! She like yelling at me. You gotta be so annoying to like the people. I mean, there's only like 10 people in the theater, to be fair.
Thank God.
Although I do think this movie did pretty well in like box office sales and stuff. I just think we're coming a little late to the party, so I think that's why no one was there, not because it's like doing bad.
Yeah.
Unlike Captain Marvel, where I came like, it was only like the 4th day, which you'd still think there'd be enough people. There were only like 10.
Oh. Wait, what time did you go though?
I went like, I don't remember.
And what
I went
day
with
was
you. No, I went with Brianna.
it? Was like
So we must have gone at night. We went after practice. It would have been at like 8. I mean, it was on a Wednesday.
a Wednesday. Who's seeing movies on a Wednesday?
Me?
Clearly.
Whatever. We saw it on I guess Friday's not that bad, but we saw it at like 4, which is not a great time.
Yeah. No.
No one wants to go to the movies at 4 anyway.
On a Wednesday. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't on a Wednesday. We're Friday today. But anyway, so you're just weird to have in the theater. We're kind of getting off on a tangent. I feel like we should go back to the movie.
I was like, what? My bad.
I don't know.
Sit back while you're
Sorry, my bad.
Wait, should I move this back?
Do you want me to?
I don't know, maybe.
I can cut this out. There we go.
Leave this in for bloopers.
Okay.
Just put this back here.
Okay. Great.
I love this so much.
Okay. You can switch this way if you want. Okay, because my friend the other day, I was criticizing Captain Marvel today, like, in front of her, and she was like, Something I said, like, she doesn't have any flaws. And then they were like, who has, what character, like, they were, like, thinking that I, like, just hated her because she was a girl or something. I was like, I really don't. Like, I actually like superheroes better. I just think Captain Marvel is poorly done. So I really like that I get to, like, point out, because I recognize it so easily, like, that he had flaws. Like, he was a freaking coward. He ran.
Yeah, he was, like, absolutely
He was like, bye.
Me too, though. Me too. I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm trying to die today, guys. Peace out.
Yeah. His friend's like, I don't want you to die.
Yeah, but Captain Marvel.
Okay, I think he improv that line, though. It wasn't very good, to be honest, that line where he's like, you're my best friend, I don't want you to die.
Yeah, because that was, like, really cheesy. Because, like, you hear that in everything, and it's like, yeah.
It was, like, something I would actually say to you, but if I were joking, like, you're going on a roller coaster, I'm like, I don't want you to die. Not like, you might actually die, and that's my final words to you.
I was like, this might be my mom.
Is that your mom? Alright.
I don't know, because those ladies abandoned me. No, she hasn't. My mom's great. Okay,
Your
no,
mom
it's
is
not my mom.
great. We
It's
love
just
your
Netflix.
mom.
I mean, YouTube.
Just YouTube? Okay. We love your mom. She's awesome. She drove you here. I mean, she had other places to go, but yeah.
I love my mom so much.
I love her too.
Mom,
I mean, I love my mom more, but that's just because she's my mom. Okay, can your mom actually be my mom?
she's like, Taya.
We gotta go.
Do this. Watch Brady, watch Joshua. Oh my God.
Yeah. Look, I kind of want to live in that foster group, though.
Yeah, that looked fun. Mary, I loved Mary.
I mean, obviously you didn't see, like, them having to do chores and whatever, because that would be boring.
Yeah.
And the movie was already too long, so they're gonna like it for the wrong reason. We saw an ad for Groupon where she had, like, her feet.
Your feet are, my feet are just in socks.
People were like, you're gonna like this for the wrong reason. And I didn't get it, and she whispers over, she's like, foot fetish. I was like, oh, I got it. I was so confused.
It's okay, Dad. It's okay.
It's okay. What would you rate this movie?
Oh my gosh, wait.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. I feel like I would have rated it maybe like an 8. Yeah, an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a solid 7 or 8. You should definitely go see. Like, it's worth a visit to go see.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was. I low-key did not want to see this movie. I was like, this movie is so freaking boring. It's gonna be so stupid, and, like, it was actually kind of good.
The one thing I do notice about movies is that they try to incorporate hip things or, like, trends that are happening, but because it takes so long for movies to be made, that trend has already sailed, and he was doing the floss. And yeah, I know.
I thought that was funny.
I know that was for a quick part, but oh my God.
It was only like, it was like really like in the bed. They didn't make a big deal about it either.
Yeah, but oh my God. Oh, I really not like that.
Well, my thing is, if he hadn't been, like, you also have to think, like, he is, like, 13.
14.
14?
Almost 15.
Almost 15? Alright. I'm sorry. Well, because his friend's like, you're 13 years old, and he's like, I am in my mid-20s, almost 30. So I thought he was 13. But, it, like, when you think about it that way, it made me less cringe than just watching a 40-year-old man. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And, like, obviously he was, like, I mean,
a lot older than the kid.
He was a lot older, but it wasn't like he was, like, ugly either. Like, if he'd been, like, an old, like, you know what I mean?
An older guy, like someone just died.
I mean, Aquaman's still freaking hot, and this guy wasn't, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
This guy was still, like, attractive. Does that make sense? So it wasn't like watching an old 40-year-old
It wasn't like watching your
look.
grandfather.
Actually, he low-key kind of looked like a lawyer, to be honest. But you know what I mean? Like a news anchor being like...
I couldn't even do the floss.
So you give us... Yeah, so 7 out of 10. Worth the seeing.
7.5.
7.5?
Yes.
7... So, yeah, cool, because you said 8 and I said 7, so 7.5.
Yeah.
That's definitely worth a visit. And yeah, I can't believe DC actually, you know, is pulling it together. Aquaman was okay.
Jason Momoa was okay. Oh,
I thought it was okay. She freaking loves Jason Momoa.
Mara,
but
is that her name, Mara?
she looked like she was bland though.
She looked like the Little Mermaid Ariel on steroids. I'm so sorry, her costume.
She wasn't the best character, but
it was a nice costume.
I think Oh, speaking of costumes, she freaking hated Mary's. She hated Mary's costume. She's like, it doesn't fit. She could be like, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, because like, if you're gonna have, it feels like they measured her before she like, I don't know if she lost weight or anything, but even if she did, she would have been in great shape for the movie anyway. But she was like skinny, and there's nothing wrong with skinny people. It was just that her boots were too big.
And like the other the other girl, who she wasn't big or anything, but like she was like a little bigger, and you could.
She was
but,
full.
Yeah, that's a better word.
She was curvy.
Yeah,
We're gonna say that.
Yeah, she no. Well, yeah. Well, she was obviously very skinny.
Yeah, she was
She
skinny.
looked slim, but she was.
Full.
But you could see that it like she fit in her clothes, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I really hope that made sense. Oh my god.
If you look at pictures of the Shazam people, you'll see what we're saying.
Yeah.
She low-key kind of looked like Storm, though. I don't know. She gave me, like, Storm
Who?
vibes. I don't want to say that because, like, he's black. And I'm not saying all black people look the
Storm?
same. Oh, you don't know who Storm is? What's her face?
Is that the person in?
She's the one
X-Men?
who, like, yeah, an X-Men.
It's the same. It's the same actor.
It's the same actress? Okay, I feel so much better. I was like, she kind of looks like, I was like,
kind of.
I was like,
But
I kind of see it. I mean, she doesn't have blonde hair, obviously, so I was like, wow, okay, Taya.
That's okay. It's
Okay, alright. I feel less. Okay, we're good.
It's okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna end this here, or we're gonna
Okay,
just ramble
yeah, we
on
should
for a
just
legit
stop.
an hour. Ready? 3, 2, 1.